What's up, everybody? GGW back again. It's Doc here with Ari for some post-match reactions from the Carabao Cup match that we just had against Bolton and our pre-match that we're about to do for the Leicester match coming up here on Saturday. How you doing, Ari?
I'm pretty good. You froze for a second there. I wasn't sure if it was my end or your end, but
Might
we're
have
good
been
now.
my end. All right.
You're good. You're good.
All right, you doing well?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
All right, so let's get right into it. So Carabao Cup match. Saw the win, big win, which was nice, and a lot of youth Arteta used rotating the side. How did you feel about the match overall?
I didn't really get to watch it. I was busy, um, so couldn't find a streaming service to watch it on. But
Hmm.
obviously, we got a very good result using our youth as well. Um, I read some things online on Twitter that Calafiori had an excellent performance in that game. And a lot of people were very excited to see what he has in store for us and what he can provide for us. And I do think against City in the first half, when we were still on even level playing ground,
Hmm.
I think that he provided a good amount of dynamism to our build up
Yeah.
and to our play style. So I really
Hmm.
liked what he had to offer comparatively to Ben White and Urian Timber.
Yeah.
I did like the combination of Timber and Calafiori. So after hearing and reading some of the things that I saw about him,
Hmm.
hopefully he plays at the weekend, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
He was paired actually with Kiwior, and our
Yeah.
back line was like revamped. We had Skelly, I think, on the left. It was Calafiori, Kiwior, and then I feel like we had another youth player at right back,
Uh,
and I can't remember which one it was. Hold on, I can probably pull it up here.
I think it was Lewis Skelly.
Skelly was right
Yeah.
back. Who was left back?
Maybe not. I'm not
Oh
sure.
no, no, Nichols was right back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, here we'll go right into it. So the youth that was represented here, in that match, we had Aiden Heaven, 18 years old, Ethan Nwaneri, sorry, 17 years 6 months, Ismail Kabia, 18 years 9 months, Kari Ranson, 17 years old, Jack Porter, who was in goal, 16 years and 2 months.
That's crazy. That's really crazy.
Alexi Rojas, 18 years. Maldini Kakuri, 18 years and 11 months. Miles Lewis Skelly, 18 years. And Josh Nichols, 18 years, 2 months. That's what made up our bench and some of the starting lineup. So
Yeah.
big props to the youth and finally Arteta using some of our youth and being able to cycle guys. And obviously it worked because, yeah, Bolton is a League One side, but beating them 5-1 and pretty comfortably at home was really, really nice. And
Mm.
we got to see, let's talk about him, Ethan Nwaneri score 2 goals, get a brace in his
Yep.
first start for the Arsenal. How you feeling about him?
Exciting player. Very exciting player. What he provides as well, I think, is exceptional. His ability to break off on the ball, as
Hmm.
well as finding penetrative passes. Uh, I think he's so strong on the ball as well. He doesn't back down from a challenge, and he's constantly checking into those spaces, much like Odegaard, and
Hmm.
allowing us to build up. So I think he has a very exciting future for our club. I think what he can provide in the future uh, is very exciting. What about you?
100%. Now his goals
Yeah.
were, I wouldn't necessarily say tap-ins. He got himself in good positions, and they were
Uh,
ones that were a little bit set up for him. He was maybe a little bit fortunate. But do you think that after this performance, we could see him getting a few starts in the Premier League in that Odegaard role while Odegaard is going to be out? Because he looked very comfortable. Again, Bolton, League One side, don't want to overhype it, but still want to give him his credit.
yeah.
I think that he could step in, not obviously to Odegaard's level, but be
Uh,
able to help us in terms of depth. And against potentially a side like Leicester, we could see a start for him. And I wouldn't
yeah.
be upset with that.
I'm thinking the same thing. I think against maybe some weaker sides, I don't think we'll see him in the bigger fixtures, obviously, just
Hmm.
because he doesn't have the experience. But I do feel he has the ability. He definitely has the ability to show that he can play at this level. So we'll see. But yeah, I think he's definitely got quality. as Odegaard gets older and maybe phases out of the club,
Oh,
you know.
oh, oh, that's early to say
No,
that.
I know it's very early. It's very early. I'm just saying, in like 5 or 6 years,
Okay, okay, yeah.
I think he'll be ready to take that spot and make it his own. So
Isn't it crazy? In 5 or 6 years, he's gonna be 23.
yeah, absolutely insane.
It's just so nuts to think about. Like
It
they
is.
say soccer players' primes are like 27, 28 years old. That's where they start
Yeah.
peaking.
Uh,
He's gonna be fine. Like
uh,
Saka isn't even at his peak either. It's wild to think about the youth that we have in our side and how good we are now. And if Arteta and Edu are able to keep on bringing in players like that, and we can keep on growing proper like youth and academy
uh,
players and bringing them to the side,
it's just a matter
absolutely
of holding on to
wild.
them because we know
Yes.
we've
We've
let a
lost
couple
a
of them
few.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
lost a few. We lost oh, I
Cheeto,
can
Obi Martin.
yeah, to
Yeah, yeah.
United, and
Mhm.
before that, he went to Chelsea. Didn't really play at Chelsea, and now he's at another side, I think, in the Championship, doing well.
Yeah,
Amari
yeah,
Hutchison.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so as long as we can keep them and keep integrating them, it's gonna be great because I
Mhm.
think Enwaneri is also like was born in Islington. So
Yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
parents are Arsenal
Uh,
fans like through and through.
yeah,
So
yeah. I read a little bit about that as well.
you already know that they are like they have their heart in the club, and that's honestly youth wise who I would want to see make it and be on the
Absolutely.
pitch rather than
Because
Cheetah Obi, who I believe is like a United fan. Good for him. He's gonna go
yeah,
there, and all the best to him. But you want players that want to play for the badge.
yeah, yeah. Because I even read with Enwaneri uh that his entire family is Arsenal fans, and I did read that he grew up in Islington or Islington. But what else? Oh, there's something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember. There's something else I read about him. He received lucrative offers from
Yeah.
both City and
Hmm.
Chelsea that he
Yep.
turned down, and he
Like went
also had
before he signed
options.
for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And he had for his
Yeah.
first professional contract, and then he also had
Academy offers, I think it was.
academy offers. Yeah,
It
it
was
was that I
like
read.
Chelsea and United or somebody like that, and he turned down
Yeah.
both of them. Yeah.
Uh,
So
so
Arsenal through and through is stuff you love to see from our youth, and obviously they're performing. Hopefully, we'll get to see more from the youth in Carabao Cup. Unfortunate, we couldn't give Porter a clean sheet for his first professional start at 16 years old. Nuts. It's like
absolutely crazy.
again, our luck with injuries. Rye is hurt. Neto's cup tied. Our other backup is injured, so we have to rely on a 16-year-old academy goalkeeper to play, and still performed well
Yeah,
from what
yeah.
I saw. Any other thoughts on the Carabao Cup match? Anything else you wanted to add?
Not even well, not particularly about the Carabao Cup match, but I would just say, um, talking about our youth, uh, the boys at Fulham are cooking. They're doing well. They're doing very well. I'm so excited for them. I'm so happy for them, for
Like,
Emil and Reese.
yeah, I love it for them. And
Yeah,
like seeing our academy products and players, like obviously you wish that you can hold on to all of them and they can integrate into the team and perform well. It doesn't always happen. And
yeah,
unfortunately, as you can see, it didn't happen. Like Alex Iwobi, like I think on the score sheet it was Emil, Reese, assists by Iwobi. So it's
yes,
like they are all cooking. It's like, and you love to see that. It's like Arsenal
absolutely.
players, even if they aren't performing here, it's like we produce good players, quality
Uh,
players.
yeah.
Yeah. It's really, really nice to see. Did you have anything else to say on that? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, no, no. You're good. You're good. No, I didn't have anything else to add to that. I'm just yeah.
But
It's a shame.
also,
It's a shame we couldn't keep Emil. Oh,
mhm,
my
I
heart.
like, and I'm sure everybody is looking back retrospectively at this.
Yeah.
Uh, he would be getting a lot of time right now in that
Mhm.
Odegaard role and probably starting. But it's really easy to look back and be like, oh, he got injured, he'd be playing. We didn't know that, and we got good money
Yeah.
for him. So it was the right sale. But
Uh,
one last thing for the Carabao
and he's
Cup.
doing well at Fulham, so
Exactly. And he's getting
that's
the playing time that he needed, which is really,
exactly yeah.
really good. So we're all happy for him. But one last thing about the Carabao Cup. Props to Sterling for getting his first goal for the Gunners. So
And assist.
yeah, exactly. So he opened his account for us on both fronts. and hopefully we're going to be seeing a lot more of that throughout this season.
Mhm.
But moving forward, Leicester match this weekend. How you feeling?
Pretty excited. I mean, they're winless in six. It's our first time back at home in 3 weeks since we had Tottenham, we had our Champions League away game, and we had Man City.
Atalanta
So
and
we're
City.
back at home for the first time since the end of August. I'm very excited. I think the boys will be up for the game.
Hmm.
Uh, I know. I just read that Leicester are winless in 26 of their last games at North London. So that's very exciting to know, and I think I think we'll do well.
I
They
do
did they
too.
did they did just sign a lot of talent though, a lot of experienced talent from Palace. They have Edward. Um,
Oh, I
who else did
forgot
they
that they
sign?
have him.
Yeah, they signed Edward. They signed a handful of players. So
Hmm.
with a lot of Premier League experience, so
Yeah,
they'll
trying
be
to stay
looking
up.
to play on the break and
Hmm.
counterattack with speed and power. So
The one that I'm worried about, who he loves playing against Arsenal, is good old Jamie fucking Vardy, man.
yeah,
I get his shit house. I gotta love it. Like I respect it so much. Like all the stuff he does, scoring against was it Tottenham or is it Brighton? He does a fucking seagull celebration. Oh my god, I love it. I love his shit housery. But he loves to turn up for a game against Arsenal, and
yeah.
he usually finds a way to bag a goal. Hopefully, our defense can hold him out. We are potentially going to be without Raya. He's still suffering from a muscle injury from the City match, so
Mm.
luckily there's no cup tie for Neto in the Premier League, so we can use our backup. So,
yeah.
how are you feeling about Neto being in
Um,
goal potentially?
I know I had him in fantasy last year, and
Okay.
he produced a lot of saves in fantasy, but he's had some good performances for Forest. So I think, and he was their captain, obviously, so he
Hmm.
brings that leadership as well. So I don't think he'll be bad. I think he obviously has Premier League experience,
Hmm.
so it's not. I don't think it'll be too much of a difference. I mean, obviously, Raya has been exceptional, but
Exactly.
I think uh, I think he'll do fine. Yeah, I'm not too
Yeah.
worried. I mean, we have the best defense in the league as well, so
Hmm.
that helps a lot.
And it also helps. Speaking of our defense, I just saw. I know we were talking about it just before hopping on here. Both Timber and Ben White participated in training, so they are both healthy and good to come back out onto the pitch. Meaning that hopefully Ben White isn't playing through another injury like he did against City, and Timber's knock that he had is completely fine. So it looks
Mm,
like we have our back line pretty solid there. And another thing of good news, Mikel Merino is back on the grass, back on the field, back on the pitch, practicing again. Not in probably full contact, but he's back playing, and it sounds like he's close to making his
yeah,
Arsenal
Arteta,
debut, which is
Arteta
huge.
said potentially next week. Potentially, he said
Which
we'll
is
see.
which is huge. So means that we might see a debut from him.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy though. Has it already been 2 months? It doesn't even feel like it's been that long.
Now, which makes me think that it wasn't a significant break. It was probably like a
Uh,
hairline, something like that. That was probably more risky if somebody like ran into him hard or anything like that, or
mm,
he got bumped. More
yeah,
precautionary than anything, but I'm really excited to see how
I'm
he
actually really
integrates.
excited. I'm really
like,
excited.
because that's gonna give us finally more midfield depth. Is he Odegaard? No, but it
Mm,
gives us proper depth in the midfield where we might see a Merino, Partey, Rice midfield for a period of time,
mm,
um, which might be a little bit more defensive, yes, but could still produce a lot and give us a lot of control in the midfield. What do you think we're gonna see up top? Like there's a lot of talk about how Martinelli's been playing. I
uh,
honestly think that he had a decent match against City.
City.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do think so too.
I do think like did he score? No, but he caused problems. And there's
Uh,
a reason why Arteta trusted him, left him on the pitch, and brought Saka off.
mm,
So I wouldn't be upset seeing him start again, but I want to see how you feel and what our lineup's kind of gonna look like. What do you
yeah.
think we're gonna do?
Um, we also have Trossard back. He served
Mm-hmm.
his one match ban from the cup, so that's
Yep.
also good to see. Um, is well, Jesus is fully fit now, right?
Yeah, he's fully fit
Yeah, yeah.
somehow.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, obviously, we're going to see Saka. Um, Havertz will start for sure,
Hmm.
either somewhere in the midfield or up top. Uh, I don't know. I think he'll keep his faith in Martinelli. I think he'll keep playing him.
I do too.
Personally, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think he wants to see him succeed, and I think he wants to back him. So, and I don't think he's necessarily been bad, but
He just
he
hasn't been
also,
scoring.
yeah, he just hasn't been producing. But also, I think Arteta purposefully plays him and then brings Trossard on late because they're tired legs from tracking and running with
Hmm.
Martinelli, and he wears them down, and then Trossard comes on and does
Just
the job.
cooks.
So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think that's part of Arteta's tactics and how he likes to utilize players off the
Hmm.
bench and um, choosing the starting lineup. But yeah, I think he'll keep playing Martinelli.
Hmm.
I am,
I do too.
yeah, yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
did want to say that I was reading some stuff about Mikel Marino, and I was just. It seems like he's really, really excited. Like he's really urgent to make an impact, and
Hmm.
I'm dying to see what he can cook. Like I just want to know what he plays like and how he looks on the pitch with the boys. But Arteta was saying he's just such an intelligent player. He has such a good mind on him about the game,
I
and
can't wait.
uh, and he's
Like,
just been preparing him this whole
mhm.
time with tactical analysis and stuff. I'm sure. So
Dude, like the fact that we're bringing in players like that are like smart, intelligent players can think for themselves on the pitch and adapt. I saw a clip of somebody. It was a picture of Jorginho, like on the sidelines, halfway down the pitch during the Man City match, and they're like Galaxy Brain Arteta signing Jorginho for the brilliant player that he is, so he could be halfway down the pitch where while he has to stay in his technical box, talking and shifting players around. And now we're gonna have Mikel Merino coming on and doing the same thing, but on the pitch. It's like we
um,
have players that are brilliant, and not just that, players that are hungry to play for us. They see the trajectory that we're on, they want to be a part of it, and they love playing for Arteta.
mm,
And like that's the culture that he's developed. He's developed that, and these guys are just locked in and
mm,
ruthless. They
yeah.
they are hungry for victory and hungry for trophies and
Mm.
hungry for success. And I can't wait to see what happens whenever everybody's back healthy. We're
And
just
I
gonna
think
cook.
I think that's such a big difference in the way that our club is now versus the way that Chelsea look or the way that United currently look
Hmm.
is that we have that unity, we have that hunger and drive to succeed together, that togetherness, the family aspect of it.
Yeah,
I
the
think
culture is
the
different.
culture is the biggest thing. Yeah, is
Yeah.
the most important thing, and that's honestly the biggest praise for Mikel. I know he hasn't won the trophies that we feel the club deserves,
Yeah.
or like the fans feel we deserve, but
Hmm.
he had to change the culture first. Otherwise, we were
Exactly.
we were just going to be on the same trajectory. So,
Hmm. And it's like it goes like the detail that he has in this club and in every aspect and facet of it. I saw a picture of Trossard coming back to the training ground and he was carrying like two coolers and it was like a he had to bring something in. I don't know if it was for the team or anything like an apology thing, like because of the red card. It was like a punishment or a consequence, but he looked happy doing it. Like
uh,
it's stuff like that where you go down to the details. It's like this team requires more of you than just being present, being on the pitch, and collecting a paycheck. And they're
uh,
all invested in it, and I love
yeah.
it.
Mm,
So starting lineups before we get carried away. Starting lineups for Leicester. What are we looking at? What do you think?
I really want to see Calafiori and Timber again, but I think he'll bring Ben White back
Hmm.
into the mix. I think it'll be Calafiori, Saliba, Gabriel, Ben White,
I could
um,
see that.
with Neto in goal, and then will be who do we start? Do we start Havertz up top last game?
Yeah, so like we could do a
Yeah,
combined one real quick. So I agree with that back line. I think because
yeah,
Timber's
yeah.
coming back potentially from a knock, he's going to start Calafiori,
Mm,
give him more time, and I think Ben White will slide right back in.
Yeah.
We know we're probably going to get a Declan Rice and Partey midfield, and I
Yep.
think we're going to have Trossard in the
Trossard
midfield
back in
as
the 10
well.
again.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then we're going to see the same front three: Martinelli,
Mm,
Havertz, Saka. I wouldn't be upset with a Sterling shout,
I was thinking that too
honestly,
as well.
like on
Yep.
the wing instead of Martinelli, but I do think he keeps on trusting Martinelli.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see like Sterling coming off the bench. We'll have Jesus coming off the bench. We'll have a healthy Timber. I could see Nwaneri getting some minutes as well this match in the Prem, coming on for Trossard, maybe 60th, 70th minute and getting a run out, especially if we're uh, up a few goals. But I think that's probably what we're looking at starting lineup wise.
Yeah. Most likely. Most likely.
Score predictions. You know me. I'm not gonna give a score prediction. I'm gonna ride this.
Uh, I'm gonna say 2-0.
2-0.
I think 2-0 to us. Yeah.
Who gets the goals?
Uh, Saka hasn't bagged one in a minute. I want to give one to Saka,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to say I'm gonna say Partey.
Partey.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
a cheeky
Yeah.
little Partey goal.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That'd be pretty nice. You got anything else? Anything else you want to add?
nah, nah, not much.
Nah. So I think that is gonna wrap this one up. If you want to come support us more, we are on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify. Check out the channels, give us a follow, and as always, come on, you Gunners.